Hi, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. This is such a special antique book. This is a Longfellow poetry book from 1888. It is just exquisite. The gold embossing is all intact on the spine and the cover. It's got this beautiful little Pegasus down here with the scrolls. The colors are to die for. It is absolutely gorgeous. I put a few vintage beads down the side and some matching trims. This is a vintage piece here from the 40s. But let me take you on a little tour inside. And of course, with something this fantastic and authentic, you want to fill it with nothing but authentic pieces, which is what I've done. So there's no commercial anything in here, no digitals, no commercial papers. It's all real antique ephemera, and I'm about to put this in my Etsy shop, hyperstamper.etsy.com. So let's see what you get if you are the one who purchases this. This is from the 1920s or 30s. It's been hard to find an exact date. From the Supreme Snap Fastener Company. I just love the mountains. This is actually an original front page of this book. And the pages are quite sturdy for a 100, almost 40-year-old book. So you've got some good journaling space here, and then the original first poem, some vintage doily here, and a vintage bird page. That's the bobolink. Just a little journaling piece here. This is from the 1930s, and I put some antique paper on the back, which I try to do with all of my inserts. That is from a Monopoly game from the 40s, Indiana Avenue. You can have some fun collaging that if you like. And then here is a 100-year-old ticket from England. It's kind of fun. Antique book page here. I made a little journaling envelope here that you can take off and reuse. And here is something I found in the cover of the book, December 13, 1888. So somebody purchased this brand new and put their name in, and they drew some lines on here. I guess they were going to do some writing, but didn't. This is an original photograph album page, the black there. And this is a 1930s student's note or school work. This is a really fun music folio here. And I believe that one is from the 30s as well. And it's just awesome. Here is a great little journaling tag. I did out of a vintage dictionary page, a little chain on the top you can pull up. And then this here is an antique. Remember, vintage is 50 to 100 and antique is 100 more years. And this one is a beautiful little Arkansas kingbird. Isn't that awesome? And just lots of fun clusters in this journal. And here is a fabulous piece from the 1920s, little storybook page. We have a little Red Riding Hood here, and then some little storytellers pieces here. So lots of fun. You can have some fun collaging with that as well. I've got some Chantilly lace from a vintage wedding dress on the front here. And then this is a hand-typed research paper, 1893. The typewriter was invented in the, I want to say the 1860s. That is from the early 1900s from a children's book. Just another little antique end page here that you can journal on as well. And then this is really cool from the 1940s. And this is an iron-on transfer. And that would have been a pattern to embroider for a tea towel. Fun. I just love it. The little grape and the apple playing musical instruments. I'm working on a music journal, and I've got a few more of them to go in there, so that'll be fun. Now, this is something I've just acquired, is a giant 1927 catalog. Now look at this. It's really big and it's so special. Look at these fashions. Like, would we not wear these right now today? Like everything here. Oh, I wish we could wear hats again. Look at these hats, they're fabulous. And the haircuts, it makes me so happy. So that's the first one I'm using, and you'll see a lot of these in the future because it's just the most fabulous book you've ever seen. And here is a 1950s doily making page here, and then a really fun cluster down here, journaling page on the back. And then this is a 1950s baby card. You can journal inside there and on the back. It's just very sweet. 1940s children's book page there. It's from the 1930s business forms book. vintage dictionary page. Pretty little image of a bird back here. And then this is an antique postcard from Nice, France. And it is on an antique photo album page. Now I do have a pocket here that I have left blank, but somebody can fill that. Maybe I'll put something in right now. Maybe I'll put in a flinch card. Ah, number one. You're number one. There we go. Here. I was going to say you could put what you want, and you still can. There's lots of room in there. This here is from 1895, and it's another really great piece. Look at the advertisements, and look at the sleeves on this woman. Wow. Just really fun stuff. It is so fun to see about times gone by, like really gone by. Pulled that from a book. I just loved the word magnificent and put it on that vintage dictionary page. This is really fun. This is an antique, and this would have been from, there's tea cards, there's bread cards I've seen. This one is a tobacco card, and it's a beautiful little rose flower bush there. That's a rare one. And this is a really fun page here. Whoever owns it can have fun with that one. 1950s receipt. This is from a vintage book here about the elf. That is the spine of the inside of this book here. Journaling spot here. And then this is a 1950s receipt from the Cote Brothers, $1.81 for Sunbeam bread. This is a 1965 journal sheet, so almost 60 years old. And up here we have a plate from the 1940s. And then here is a lovely little children's book page, also from the 40s. Another original page from this book. And then this is a beautiful plate from 1904 from the English Countryside book series that I have. Some stained glass crafts here. Vintage. The Art Class in Action. It's actually from 1945. And then here's another wonderful little children's book page. Sorry, I got a little bit of glue here when I was going down my crochet. And I love this first page of this book here, 1930. You can ledger journal all over these ledger pages here with the red marks there. That can't be good, right? There's a wonderful plate here. I just love it. And more antique pages here. And this pretty little windmill here and the little family sitting outside. That's from the 30s. A vintage atlas page. North and South America. And then here is a plate from the very early 1900s, Washington and his mother. That's pretty cool. And then I like the pocket here made out of an antique book. It just says notes. That's perfect, right? And this is from 1956, Betty Crocker cookbook, 1956. And this is for cookie dessert, brownie pie. Isn't that awesome? I quite think that is fun. And then this came from a vintage Monopoly board. I just made a tag out of it. It's the box, not the board, the box. Although I do have the board. I should make something out of that. And then I just have a little fold out here, this beautiful little page here. And that is from the Peter the Painter. And that brings us to the end. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making this. I hope you'll subscribe and come back and visit me soon. Bye for now.